batusonyiwe baddeesa bakale batusonyiwe wenasobya nze ne Martin batusonyiwe batusonyiwe nze ne Martin batusonyiwe kuba mmanyi mulimu bye twakola ne bigende netusussa ali olwo Martin wayatuka takyawulira naye mu kaseera kwe yali agonze batusonyiwe wetwasula basonyiwe.
So, Kamuga TV is what you're watching. My name is MC Barrio. First things first, I would love to credit Simon Official. Thank you so much for getting down there wherever this little angel was, and you managed to get her side of the story plus the siblings. You did a great job. The story was so touching and very emotional. I literally know that many of you are familiar to this story. After the arrest of Tina's father and the death of untimely death of Martin, may his soul rest in eternal peace. A little things that I gotten from Tina's story. Christine is going through a lot, and like some of us who are behavior psychologists, counselors, we do understand that there is a lot of psychological trauma, and of course, to explain some of it is an emotional response of overwhelming, distressing event such as violence, abuse, disaster, or accidents. It causes lasting mental, physical, and emotional distress, including anxiety, flashbacks. Now, talking about what little Tina is going through, she's flashing the images like what she went through. The beating. The beating was twice, and of course, she was also beaten as well. The siblings as well beaten up. There are moments where the father was emotional. So it's a lot for this young lady, and she needs a little bit of help, maybe being rehabilitated, and of course seeing or visiting a qualified psychologist or therapist, and she has to be put in all those stages because you cannot take her back to school when she has all that in her mind. She's going through a lot and she needs help. That's one thing I acknowledged. And one thing I also understood from the story is that these young kids were so innocent. They were just helping a brother. Sorry, they were just helping a friend who later became a brother in that family. It was so emotional. I watched it from the start up to the end. And man, if there is somebody who can get near to this family, please, these young ones should be taken to rehabilitation center, or they should actually visit a therapist, psychologist, or counselor so that they can go through counseling stages, and of course they can live happily thereafter. But one more time, may the soul of Martin rest in eternal peace. And a lot to learn. Like parents, we need to learn a lot from these young ones. And of course, one of the things I also realized is that we need to know the friends to our kids. We need to know the traits, characters. We need to know their happy moments, their saddest moments, their sad moments. Sorry, and of course, we also need to know who they coordinate with, their best teachers, their worst moments at school. So much that the parents need to know, and of course, create a rapport. I mean, a lot to learn from Tina's story, and it's so emotional. But thank you so much. If you've been following up, you want a true story about Tina, just head on Simo's official page on YouTube. And of course, watch from the start up to the end. Maybe you can learn one or two things like a parent. A parent needs to watch this. A young person growing up, a teenager needs to watch this. But of course, at the end of it all, God is in control. That's one thing I need to assure you.